In the dense Brazilian jungle, soldiers witnessed a young jaguar's desperate struggle to cross the Amazon River. With unwavering bravery, they risked their lives to save him, forging an extraordinary bond that sparked a global movement for wildlife conservation. A desperate struggle. In the heart of the vast and untamed Brazilian jungle, soldiers from the renowned Brazilian army were embarking on a routine patrol along the banks of the majestic Amazon River. The dense foliage surrounded them like an impenetrable fortress, and the constant buzz of insects created an eerie symphony in the sweltering heat. As they pressed forward through the wilderness, their trained eyes caught sight of something unusual in the water. To their astonishment, a young jaguar was attempting to cross the mighty river. Its sleek and powerful body struggled fiercely against the strong currents, and its every movement displayed the determination to reach the other side. At first, the soldiers assumed that the situation was under control and that the agile predator would make it across. However, as they continued to observe the scene, they realized that something was terribly wrong. The jaguar was becoming increasingly exhausted, and its desperate fight for survival was evident. Time seemed to slow down as the soldiers watched the young jaguar's plight. The urgency of the situation weighed heavily on their hearts. They knew they had to act quickly if they were to save this magnificent creature from a watery grave. But as they contemplated their next move, a sense of trepidation washed over them. Approaching a wild and potentially dangerous animal was fraught with peril. The jaguar's large paws, sharp claws, and formidable teeth were formidable weapons, and a single wrong move could spell disaster for anyone attempting to intervene. Yet the soldiers couldn't bear the thought of standing idly by as the young feline's life hung in the balance. Desperately trying to find a solution, the soldiers frantically discussed ways to rescue the young jaguar. They contemplated using a long stick or a bow to pull the animal out of the water, but the distance between them and the jaguar was too great. A risky decision. Then, in a moment of unwavering bravery, one soldier made a life-altering decision. Determined to save the jaguar, he shed his uniform and dove into the treacherous waters. Clutching only his shirt to protect himself, he was determined to make a difference. To his astonishment, his fellow soldiers, not willing to let him face the danger alone, joined him in this courageous act. Their synchronized strokes propelled them towards the struggling jaguar, their adrenaline surging as they approached the vulnerable animal. As they reached the young feline, their tension heightened, unsure of how the jaguar would react. But to their relief and amazement, the jaguar showed no sign of aggression. It seemed to understand that they were there to help. With careful coordination and gentle handling, the soldiers managed to bring the exhausted jaguar to the safety of the shore. The relief and satisfaction they felt were immeasurable, knowing they had saved a precious life. But their compassion did not stop there. Understanding the jaguar's vulnerable state, the soldiers realized they couldn't leave him alone in the jungle. Weak and tired, the young feline would be an easy target for poachers. With the approval of local authorities, they decided to take responsibility for the jaguar's care and protection. They built a makeshift shelter near their base camp and devoted themselves to the jaguar's recovery. They named him Digital as a symbol of the modern age and the bond they had formed. Day after day, they tended to Digital's needs, providing him with nourishment and affection. As weeks turned into months, Digital grew stronger, his once vacant eyes now filled with gratitude and trust. Over time, the soldiers' bond with Digital deepened, transcending the barriers between predator and human. They played with him, ran alongside him in the jungle, and even taught him some tricks. Digital, in turn, demonstrated an uncanny ability to understand and communicate with his human saviors, as if he knew the debt of gratitude he owed them. Word of Digital's miraculous rescue spread like wildfire, reaching far beyond the confines of the jungle. Environmentalists hailed the soldiers as heroes, and their heartwarming tale captured the hearts of people worldwide. The soldiers became ambassadors for wildlife conservation, their courage and compassion inspiring others to protect and preserve the Earth's rich biodiversity.